I've been a mindfulness practitioner for probably 30 years and a yoga practitioner for roughly 25 years. I started teaching 12 years ago, and it was very clear to me that yoga was and is a mindfulness practice, and that it really teaches people a skill of paying close attention in the moment to thoughts and emotions and sensations in the body. And I felt that that had direct application to people who were really struggling with self-control, impulse control, issues such as that. And when I became a teacher, when I became certified as a teacher, I knew I didn't want to teach in yoga studios. And I began teaching to youth at risk. And then about 10 years ago, the Insight Prison Project contacted me. They were setting up a multidisciplinary program at San Quentin, and they wanted to include a mind-body integration component to that program. And so they asked me to set up the yoga meditation program at San Quentin. And so just about 10 years ago to the day is when I started teaching at San Quentin.
I was incarcerated for 23 and a half years. Most of that was spent at San Quentin State Prison in California. During that time, I took part in many of the programs that the Insight Prison Project offered, trying to help people to better understand the connection between mind, body, and spirit, and to be able to come centered again. And a number of other programs that help men that are incarcerated to better understand what brought them to the point that we were willing to do the things that we did, as well as how do we prevent that in the future. Originally, I went into it with the idea of I needed to get more limber, and that was my main thought, that I was going to be going in and stretching and becoming more limber. And what I found was that the Hatha Yoga, in addition to being much more strenuous physically than I first expected, also really helped me to be able to better understand my body, to be able to breathe easier and be able to sit in myself and center myself, even when things got stressful.
Yoga was looked at as somewhat of a sissy pursuit. And then there's always comments from custody staff about, what are you doing teaching yoga to these convicts? Total misperception of what yoga was really all about. And a lot of that's based on popular culture. Most people who don't know much about yoga, they see photos of good-looking women, doing yoga, and they don't really understand that this practice is an ancient self-discipline that has great self-transformational benefits. So it took about, I'd say it took about a year and a half to really firmly establish the program. And then once I established the program, it was pretty much living by the rules and regulations to keep the program going. But now it's very popular. I have waiting lists for most of the classes.
And even on the prisoner side, especially when the program first started, a lot of people wanted to give those that were participating flack, going, "You're doing what?" And again, it was both prisoners that didn't understand what yoga was or what we were trying to do, as well as custody going, "You're going where? You're going to do what? They shouldn't let you do that here." So it took a while for them to understand what we were trying to do. And there's still some people that don't like it, but fortunately, the administration at San Quentin has been very supportive. And we are very grateful for that.